So Tony Schiavone was on the was on the was on the entranceway or the ramp or the stage or whatever. He introduces Christian Cage. And as soon as Christian comes out, Jungle Boy comes flying out from the back and jumps him and kicks the shit out of him and goes to concerto him. But as he does that, he gets conflicted. He's picked the chair up over his head, and there's Christian laying there on the chair, motionless. By the way, Christian is, and Jungle Boy pulls the chair back, and then you see it on his face. He gets conflicted. He has a change of heart. He's human. He has compassion. I wish you saw that on his face. You just saw him go, and kind of turn away like he was dejected, like Mom forgot to put his fucking pudding in his lunchbox. But then finally he goes, oh, shit, I'm going to do it anyway. And he draws back, and that's when Christian reaches up and just punches him in the dick. And then Christian hit him with the fucking chair right in the head. And it looked good. And then he got on top of him and ran his head into the chair, which this looked nice and violent, about 5 or 6 times in a row. And then Christian gets up and walks in front of the camera and glorifies to the people and walks away from Jungle Boy. It's because they, I'm sure, had a meeting about, we're not going to fucking see this one on fucking camera this week. So they didn't. Christian provided the coverage for about 30 full seconds while Jungle Boy got up the nerve to apparently look like he bladed himself with a paper clip, and he got a pap smear, as the boys used to call it back in the 80s. He must have been scared shitless because, and the thing is, dumb shit, if you had someone that was capable of what they were doing with the sleight of hand, he already should have had it when Christian punched him in the dick and he dropped the chair. If he'd have pulled it right there and Christian grabbed that chair and gave him that backhand shot with it, if he'd have rolled over and got it right there, then when Christian started running him into the chair, and also if he'd have gotten a suitable amount, then it would have looked like he was bashing his face bloody into the chair. But he waits until Christian's bashed him 5 or 6 times and then walks away because it took him 30 seconds to get a pap smear. And then he's laying there and the announcer, oh my God, poor Jungle Boy. While it looked, I've had pimples that gushed more profusely. Your thoughts?
Yeah, poor Jungle Boy. He's an idiot. This was 2 weeks of angles. Let's just say that first of all. Jungle Boy should have come out there, got his slight revenge, knocked Christian down. We don't get to hear Christian talk. Then next week, Christian gets him. Because now, once again, the babyface just looks like an idiot. What was he doing? Why do this? Why do this? This is the dumbest feud.
He came out to start a fight that he didn't want to finish.
It was like they did, again, you could have ended it there. It would have been perfect. And instead, it's this again. This is the worst feud. There was so much stupid stuff on this show between the Ricky Starks Jericho thing and this and Danielson's veiled threat. Or not veiled threat, idle threat, I guess I should say. I don't know. This was terrible.
Idle had nothing to do with it, darling.
Jungle Boy looked like a badass for like a split second. I got my revenge. I kicked the shit out of this guy. Now I'm just going to hang out until I get my ass kicked. So you forget all about that.
And then he goes to put him away, and then he turns into a pussy.
That's the thing. If he had left on that, left on being a badass, that sets it up perfect for whatever you want to do next week. Then have Christian come get him. Build this thing up instead of it's still Christian versus the moron naive kid. How is it still that? Just wait until Luchasaurus. Where's he? Wait until he pops in the middle of the match or whatever they're going to do.
Didn't they sue him over the mask?
Well, they didn't sue him. Someone sued him, not AEW.
Well, no, I'm just saying they, meaning I don't remember who it was, but somebody sued him over the mask or whatever. And I guess he can't. If I was him and had the matches he's had, I wouldn't want to go out in public and reveal my true face either.
Maybe he'll change into a bird or some other kind of animal.
A pterodactyl.
Wrestledactyl.
There
Luchadactyl.
Luchadactyl.
Luchadactyl. See, no one could sue him now except us, but we would.
And we would.
No, I'd let him do it. You could have Luchadactyl. Luchasaurus.
Yeah, if you start calling yourself Luchadactyl, we won't sue you.
Yes.
Otherwise, we'll sue you for impersonating a wrestler. All right, speaking of wrestling impersonation.
We won't sue you, we'll sue Tony.